Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to video number 220, and today's video is based on fixed and random effects estimation. Let me start with the fixed effects estimation. When there is an observed fixed effect, an alternative to first differences is fixed effects estimation. Let us consider the average over time of yit is equal to b1 xit1 plus up to bk xitk plus ai plus uit. The average of ai will be ai. So if we subtract the mean, ai will be differenced out, just as when doing first differences. If we were to do this estimation by hand, we would need to be careful because we would think that df is equal to nt minus k, but really n into capital T minus 1 minus k, because we used up degree of freedoms calculating means. Fortunately, Stata and some other software will estimate fixed effect for us, and this method is also identical to including a separate intercept or every individual. First differences versus fixed effects estimation. First differences and fixed effects will be exactly the same when t is equal to 2. For t greater than 2, the two methods are quite different, and most probably we'll see fixed effects estimation more than differences because it is easier, then it is better. Fixed effects easily is implemented for unbalanced panels, not just balanced panels. Now we talk about random effects. Let us start with the same basic model with a composite error yit is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 xit1 plus up to beta k xitk plus ai plus uit, where uit is the composite error. Previously we have assumed that ai was correlated with the x variables, but what if it is not correlated with the independent variables? OLS would be consistent in that case, but composite error will be serially correlated. So we need to transform the model, and we can do GLS to solve the problem. GLS is generalized least square to solve the problem and make correct inferences. And the idea is to do quasi differencing with this method, and we need to transform the model. So we end up with a sort of weighted average of OLS and fixed effects. We use quasi demeaned data. If lambda is equal to 1, then this is just the fixed effects estimator. If lambda is equal to 0, then this is just the OLS estimator. So the bigger the variance of the observed effect, the closer it is to fixed effect. The smaller the variance of the unobserved effect, the closer it is to ordinary least square estimator. And Stata will do random effects for us. More usual to think need fixed effects, since think the problem is that something unobserved is correlated with the x variables. If we truly need random effects, the only problem is the standard errors. So we can just adjust the standard errors for correlation within group. Some other uses of panel methods. It is possible to think of models where there is an observed fixed effect even if we don't have the true panel data. A common example is where we think there is an unobserved family effect. So we can difference siblings, can estimate family fixed effect model, and there are some additional uses. Many of the things we already know about both cross-section and time series data can be applied with panel data. We can test and correct for serial correlation in the error. We can test and correct for heteroscedasticity. We can also estimate standard errors robust to both. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an informative small video about fixed effect and random effect estimation. I hope this was quite informative for you. If you like the video, kindly subscribe to the channel and do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you can get notification about some other useful videos that I'll upload very soon for you. Thanks for watching this video and have a good evening.